Hi friends, my name is Paige.
I'm Morgan.
And this is
Girl Manufactured.
Listen or cringe along with us as we look back at music from the it girls, wannabes, and victims of the tween idol industrial complex.
Which icons broke the mold? Which sitcom starlets turned forgotten pop stars still deserve their flowers?
Our credentials, we're two queer millennials who were raised on aughts Disney, Nickelodeon, and MTV.
I work in communications now, but I'm a graduate of a performing arts high school and a recovering singer-songwriter.
And I'm a creative writer and professional advertising demon who only occasionally cries at work now.
Today on Girl Manufactured, we're discussing Christy Carlson Romano's
Compilation album
called Greatest Disney TV and Film Hits.
Wow, what a catchy title.
Yes, and we are joined by a guest today. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, babies. My name is Chris. Yeah, and I'm here. Hi.
What are your credentials?
Hello. Oh, gosh, where are my credentials? I had 2 jobs on my introduction, my name and what my credentials are. So I feel like my credentials are basically I'm just a huge nerd who watched a whole lot of Disney Channel, especially the movies.
Yes,
and
the
animation.
DComs.
The animation for sure.
Kim Possible, right?
Kim Possible, that was, oh my God, my absolute jam, which I did not learn until adulthood who that iconic voice actor was behind it. I say iconic, but
I mean
iconic for Disney Channel.
Yeah, the show was amazing. I absolutely loved it. Like I really loved animation at that time. I didn't watch too many of like the live action shows on Disney Channel where a lot of like the stars that you guys have been covering come from, but Kim Possible was like this amazing little thing, like so many like more action-y cartoons. Like, of course, they're gonna have like the male lead, but this was like more of a like femme character
Yes.
that like also went out and beat up villains.
Exactly,
you know?
and had Shigo,
Yes,
the
oh my
villain
God.
who awakened so
Listen.
many sapphic dreams.
Listen,
And like any strong woman.
She had
has
pointy
her-
boobs.
No, I was going to say had her geeky, quiet love interest.
Yes.
Oh my God, voiced by the amazing Will Friedle.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah, Will.
The hot brother in Boy Meets World.
Yes, amazing. And the voice of Batman in Batman Beyond.
Oh.
The
I did not know
futuristic
that.
Batman spinoff. He also did a lot of like other really interesting like voice work besides just being Ron Stoppable.
I love that for him.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I feel like it's worth mentioning that Chris is my only friend from high school.
Well, that you still talk to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't
we
that
had
lonely.
we had other friends in high school. We don't talk to them anymore.
We're the ones who turned out queer and so stuck together.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, getting back to Christy Carlson Romano,
Oh, man.
on October 26, 2004, she released, again, it's called Greatest Disney TV and Film Hits. It was produced by Matthew Gerard, who worked with Hilary Duff, Corbin Bleu, the Cheetah Girls, Kelly Clarkson, Raven, the Joe Bros, and so many more. So, pretty iconic.
Oh, was it my turn? All right. Christy Carlson Romano was born March 20th, 1984, which makes her
Aries.
Pisces. Christy is best known for playing Ren Stevens on Even Stevens and voicing the titular character from Kim Possible and starring alongside Hilary Duff in Cadet Kelly.
Oh.
Great movie.
You at least, because you watched the DComs, right? So you know of Cadet Kelly.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, and looking back at it, right, there was definitely something going.
Oh, there was
queer going
sexual
on.
tension.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good. I'm not insane.
I think that it was like unrequited sexual tension is the vibes I got, because Hilary Duff is just so fucking hopelessly straight, and I just see Christy Carlson Romano's character. I don't remember what her name was. Also in the movie, I thought they were like full on adults, but they're not.
No.
But yeah, it was definitely like lesy vibes.
Yeah, I feel like she was in that mean girl way where like
Yes!
you're such a horrible like
I hate
person
you
to
so
this girl.
much.
I hate you
I
so
wanna
much.
make
but
out with you.
Yeah, I just want to shove you against the wall. Did either of you watch Even Stevens?
Mm-hmm.
I did not. I feel like, I don't know, a lot of, like I said, a lot of those live action ones I kind of missed out
and it
on.
was somewhat earlier in our day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it when it was on.
Yeah, I think that was like my older brother was watching it.
Loved it. And I'll talk a little bit about Even Stevens in a bit. Anyway, she was born in Milford, Connecticut, the youngest of 4, and she was raised Catholic, which, I mean, duh, she's
Relatable.
Italian. She booked her first commercial at 6, and then got cast as an orphan in the touring company of Annie shortly after.
Man, Annie and Les Mis, they make future stars.
Yeah, I think when we were talking about this, I assumed that she had been in Les Mis.
Yeah, it's always one of those.
Okay.
And I guess it's because they have such like iconic roles for children. Les Mis, it's like the young Cosette, I think. She was acting on Broadway by the time she was 14 and was actually part of Broadway Kids. Do you remember Broadway Kids?
No.
I remember Broadway Kids. So it was like Kids Bop, but they sang, but they were much better.
Yeah, I was about to say they were probably much
because
better.
they're kids on Broadway and they sang different Broadway songs. But I specifically remember the 1997 album, Broadway Kids at the Movie. So they had like King of New York from Newsies. I'm trying to think what other, I don't know.
Lion King, probably.
Yeah, they had a Lion King song, and I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure she was featured on that album.
Any Kinky Boots recording? No.
Well, it would be extremely inappropriate, but possibly more inappropriate is that she was in a Woody Allen movie.
No.
I know. Everyone says I love you singing Chiquita Banana.
Stop. I remember we saw that and we were like, what? Is this going to be like insensitive?
I could not find like the clip and I didn't want to have to try and dig through the entire movie.
I think you're fine.
It.
You were not missing anything groundbreaking. And that was her first feature film appearance in 96. But then in 2002, that's when she really came into fame with Disney. She was between 17 going on 18 when she was working on 3 huge Disney Channel projects. So not just Even Stevens, but Cadet Kelly, as we said, with Hilary Duff and Kim Possible. So all those were happening like pretty much at the same time.
Working her like a dog.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what Disney does.
Mm-hmm.
She was nominated for a Daytime Emmy for Kim Possible.
For Kim Possible.
Wow.
KP, yep.
Yeah. She did not win it. God, I forget who did win it over her that year.
Robbed. But the musical episode of Even Stevens, did you at least watch that? Because that is iconic.
No, I don't think so.
I went back and watched it for this, at least her parts.
It's pretty good. I mean, that was the musical episode where I think she has a fever and it like literally has a fever dream that's a musical and forgets to prepare an assignment about the moon landing.
We went to the moon in 1969.
Not 1970, but a year sooner. Yeah, that episode was such a hit that it paved the way for High School Musical.
Wow.
Damn.
Yep.
Fun fact.
It is a fun fact. I think I might have mentioned that on here before. But then in 2003, that's when she was on the Disney Channel Circle of Stars, Circle of Life. And shortly after, right, and then in October 26, 2004, as Morgan mentioned, that's when this album was released. She was 20, going on 21, and I was 11, a baby.
I was 10.
Yeah, 11.
11 or 12,
Yep.
yeah. So this is what our, like, preteen minds were being exposed to at this point. And October 8th, Martha Stewart begins 5 months incarcerated at federal prison camp Alderson for insider trading and obstruction of justice. She's come a long way. The fact that she's like friends with Snoop Dogg is hilarious.
Love that.
So shall we dive in?
Yes. Greatest Disney TV and film hits. It's a greatest hits compilation album of Disney songs performed by Christy herself, in case you didn't get that from the title. The album primarily contains previously recorded songs that were already included on other Disney albums and soundtracks. There were 3 new songs also included. It was her debut recording album. To date, it's the only solo one released by her, which is a shame. So what were the critics saying? AllMusic gave it 2.5 stars out of 5. Saying, Christy Carlson Romano doesn't quite seem to fit in with such Disney-bred teen pop peers like Britney Spears and Hilary Duff. Perhaps it's because Romano started her musical career a little later than Hilary, but it's more likely because her character of Wren on Disney's Even Stevens was smarter, more sensible, and more ambitious than Lizzie McGuire. Like, this sexism is so bad.
Yeah, I feel like she has to be exactly like her character in the show naturally.
And she actually talks about this. Chris, you might have watched the same videos.
Yeah.
But now Christy is doing a lot of like podcasts and vlogging.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of one of them that I watched was about the Disney Channel Circle of Stars and how she was trying to find a look and like she kind of dressed how she normally dressed, but like she wanted to do something cooler and she was struggling with her personal branding at the time. And that probably held her back. And I think part of it was, like you said, people expected Wren to be, she was very polished. She was like the goody two-shoes overachiever in the show, which did not help her.
She also mentioned in one of those videos about getting pushed into like the poppy kind of stuff that a lot of Disney stars were. And she did come from like musical theater and was like, when she was older, she was able to say, this isn't going to fit how my voice
sounds,
is,
yeah.
which might come into play about some of my opinions on these songs. But yeah, she wasn't the same type of singer as those other
No, she wasn't.
stars.
But the singers that she did admire and was hoping to get the vibe across, which I can hear in some of these songs, Sheryl Crow, and Liz Phair.
Yep. So at the time, Christy was 20 when this came out. And she said of this, when I look back at that, meaning the Circle of Stars, I didn't brand myself. I didn't really have my own sound and I didn't really have my own look. I was struggling with that at that point in time. I had also been struggling with it for just overall, with my casting, my sound of the original music I was trying to produce. I was thinking I was going to be more like Sheryl Crow. So there you go. Nice little quote from her. So with that, shall we dive in?
That was the transition I already tried to make, and it did not work.
I heard it. I didn't get time to acknowledge it, and I'm sorry that we blew past it.
It's okay.
So sorry.
I didn't use it at the right time.
I was trying to think that like I could sneak that in, but
oh,
damn.
No, I'm sorry. I totally bungled it.
So
sorry, guys.
How could you? Oh my God.
So dive in. This was a new song for the album. And right off, I heard right away the Liz Phair inspiration in this
and the
song.
Sheryl Crow. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, as soon as it hit, like it goes for like 2 or 3 bars, and then she goes right into the chorus, and it like smacked me in the face. It was like I was not ready for this.
I wonder if part of it is because whenever you try to watch the quote unquote music videos for these songs from Disney, they were all designed to play in between commercials, so everything just caught so quickly. Like the music videos are like a minute.
Yes. Before you sent me the playlist that you found on YouTube, the only thing I could find was like 1-minute clips of her like doing this. And that was one of my first notes. Like it sounds like this was just meant to be cut up into little things.
It was like specifically produced
like
for that.
A real song to me.
And it's kind of coming back today with people
on TikTok.
Making songs, that they know will go viral on TikTok.
Interesting, yeah.
Na, 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 na. Nothing feels better than letting go.
So good.
You also get hit with that chorus so many times.
You do.
I had that stuck in my head as I was trying to go to sleep. Like the night after I did like my research.
Is it the
on
best
this.
song? No. Do I get the Sheryl Crow vibes? Yes. Will it go on Girl Manufactured or Manufactured Bob's playlist? Yes. I so vaguely remember this music video playing.
I don't.
The purple and pink butterfly guitar feels familiar.
Watching the video, I felt so like awkward. Like
it's confusing.
Yeah.
Like the rose petals randomly. There's 2 of her, like there's clones of her in different hats, different weird hats, singing into an old school mic. Then there's a random dog. Why is there a dog?
Everybody loves dogs.
This dog was just there. They didn't even make good use of the dog.
Yeah, it was odd.
The fashion, I could see how the fashion skewed Sheryl Crow as well.
Yeah.
Skinny scarf over a suede looking blazer, but the bootcut jeans and the layered like leaf necklace, it was like more earthy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's bounce into Let's Bounce. This was written and recorded for The Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement.
Do you remember?
I don't
the
remember
scene?
it.
I remember the scene.
I don't remember it, and I loved this movie.
The most iconic
Yes.
scene in that movie.
I don't remember the song though.
But do you remember the scene?
What's the one scene you think of when you think of Princess Diaries 2? This is the mattress surfing scene.
Stop!
Yeah, it was
How could I
Julie
forget
Andrew,
that?
Raven Simone is in it. Yeah.
How could I
However,
forget that? That is iconic.
Similar to what we were saying with the other one, this song plays for about a minute in the movie. It stops as the characters go and talk for like another minute.
So, fun fact: apparently, Christy Carlson Romano had intended to try out for the Princess Diaries role for the the original movie, but it ultimately went to Anne Hathaway. So reportedly, she had to miss her audition due to production schedule for Even Stevens. Even still, she harbors no ill will towards Anne.
Yeah.
Could you have seen her as that role?
Absolutely not.
Right?
Absolutely not. I watched this. So I watched quite a few of her videos. And I think originally when we were talking about doing this, I had a very negative view on it because of like the titles on her YouTube videos are very like clickbaity. It was like how I lost my role.
Yeah.
And, which is the point, of course,
Yeah.
of chasing the clickbait stuff. But it was like a 10-minute video where it basically came down to I was doing other work and I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
the
they're
audition.
always very spicy
Classic.
clickbait headlines, and like the content is like so non-controversial every single time.
But yeah, could you have seen her as Mia?
No, and I don't know if that's because I can't unsee Anne Hathaway, is it though?
Yeah.
She did I love that first movie.
And the video too, though, I guess there is a little part in there where she's like, could you imagine if I had Anne Hathaway's career? I'm like, no.
No,
Can
no.
you imagine her in like Ocean's, what is
No.
that, Ocean's 8,
Yeah,
Ocean's
with
13?
yeah.
Can you imagine her acting next to Rihanna?
It's just not for everyone.
I'm sorry.
And she's doing fine now. She's fine.
Yeah.
So some of the music.
Did you like
I
the
liked
Let's
it.
Bounce, baby?
This
Oh,
was
obviously.
one of my favorite songs on the album, to be honest. I don't love all of it.
Oh, I loved it.
I didn't like this song.
You didn't like this?
No.
It's corny as hell, and like as Chris said, kind of like jerky.
So
Like
maybe you guys can answer this because you have been listening to so many other like songs of this era. When they just like start randomly, they're not singing, they like talk in between, like there's a line of singing and they talk. And I'm not crazy, the first song, Dive In, does have that weird like it's
How'd
near
we
the
miss it?
end. Come on in.
That sounds like a all night long.
It's the same
Wait.
thing. She sings a line, she says the wow, but there's a lot of that in this song of Let's Bounce where she just like sings a line, she speaks,
Yep.
and she sings a line. Or,
It's
like,
very popular, I
weird.
would say.
Yeah, I
we at
think
least
so.
mentioned it on. What is this? Like our 12th episode. We've at least mentioned it on half of the albums.
yeah, there's like
Usually
weird-
the bad
There's a
ones.
lot of like there's a lot of like random speak singing that they do like
So,
just sprinkled in.
but I like her voice in this, surprisingly enough. Like it's faster paced. It has like a quicker
I can't
tempo to
unhear
it.
the Sheryl Crow. I could see how her voice fits that kind of.
Yeah, I was trying to think, and like closest I could come to is Britney, but I always think everybody is trying to sound
or
like
like
Britney.
Michelle Branch, maybe
Yeah, I could see Michelle Branch.
Vanessa
vibes.
Carlton. That's
This isn't her voice, but just the chorus gave me some S Club 7 vibes.
Do you remember S Club 7?
Absolutely not.
Were they Australian?
What the hell?
It was like a
Were they all
a mixed gender like pop group.
Okay.
And I think there was a TV show.
There was a TV show,
where
yep.
they lived in like a house.
We're gonna do their
Wow.
albums
At some
too
point.
soon. Yeah.
Wow.
They were British,
Interesting.
and of course they had the token black person. Why
Mm.
not?
Yeah. I don't
Okay, so they
recognize-
weren't Australian. They were British. Okay.
Yeah.
lyrically,
Oh, God. Big Apple to L.A., all around the world today. You know we've got to make it loud.
see, my favorite was, you've got the wheels, I've got the feels. And that is me, an emotional passenger princess forever.
Not me driving you around this morning.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone but me.
Anyone
Yes.
but me.
Recorded for Xenon.
Zetus Lapidus!
What?
I feel like it was one of their like space slangs. So on the space station,
Oh, they had a lot of
slang.
that,
It was like
yeah.
Zetus Lapidus.
So I don't even think that this song, Anyone But Me, was actually in the movie.
Oh, was it in
I
like a
could-
fucking credit roll?
No, I am pretty sure. I was looking. It's on an album that the little header of it says like songs from and inspired by the movie. I'm pretty sure this is one of the inspired by.
In what way is this inspired?
I don't know, but it's my second favorite on the album. So
I
Really?
did write. It wasn't my second favorite, but I wrote. I kind of like it.
I wrote, and I'm sorry, I hate.
I love when we disagree.
I hate the vocalizations of her going like I don't know.
yeah.
I hate it.
But I liked the verses. I thought they were catchy.
I wrote. I like the
Okay,
chorus.
I speak and I sing very nasally. I am not a singer, but when like she hit a lot of notes that like you would think that they would mix it or like do something to try and take that out, and it just
And see, here we're critiquing vocals, we know that we can't sing. I mean, Martin
Yes.
can sing. But like it's because we respect Christy Carlson Romano's vocal chops in a way. Like she was on Broadway. Like you can expect a little more than you could expect from Hilary Duff.
know. Yeah, we can expect
Yes,
a little
definitely.
more. Granted, she's going on like 20 when she's doing a lot of these songs.
And like I think she had lymph node issues at certain points. And
interesting. I
yeah,
didn't know
I
that.
forget when that was, but I just know like overall she exhausted herself a lot.
I mean, that tracks if she was doing like 3 different things
Yeah.
and, then
All at
And
once,
trying to
yeah.
do Princess
songs.
Diaries at the same time.
But I okay, in defense of this, I did write that I like the chorus.
Yeah, I wrote I like the chorus.
Yeah. So I walked a mile in your shoes, learned the life I was amused, but I can't be anyone but me.
Great
I can
moral.
change what I wear, change the color
Of
of
my hair.
but I can't be anyone but me.
Wow.
I love the
It's
meaning.
inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
I
So maybe that's why it was like with Xenon Z3.
Yes,
just
that would make
like,
sense.
I'm not going to be anybody
Yeah.
different.
Hopefully this next one calm you down.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have Colors of the
Stop.
Wind. It's a cover song of a classic song.
from Disney,
All right,
Pocahontas.
So, Colors of the Wind. I'm pretty sure this was released. They published it first on this album, and
Yes.
then in 2005 it was on Disney Mania 3.
Yes.
Okay, but it
They like to
never made it.
recycle.
But it never made it to like a release of a Pocahontas movie.
No.
She disliked it.
Do you think she had control of putting it on other Disney albums?
I don't know about that.
And I
but
was wondering if she chose this one too, because I was trying to think of other like Disney songs that her voice might be good on, and like this one is a bit slower. You can do. If you listen to the original, the movie version, there's so much like heavy belting of like notes. She doesn't really do that.
And it's
here.
because they're trying to fit her into a certain mold,
But
and
I'm
it's just like not
I'm
working
like,
for her.
girly, if you are trying to show off those chops, this is the song that you
Right,
get into
exactly.
the album and be
Yeah.
like, Disney execs, look at this.
Yeah.
I can pull this kind
Did
of shit
did
off.
Katy Perry steal your record label? Your record
my
deal, or did you
God.
fumble it?
Oh,
Anyway,
we'll
we'll talk
talk
about that
about
later.
Ooh.
I kind of wrote, Chris, related to that. It's underwhelming.
Yes.
It's very underwhelming. It's a song that people would probably perform,
Yes.
like audition with.
This is
Yeah.
this is like I went and listened to make sure I wasn't crazy or trying to compare it to like a professional singers. I just went on YouTube and tried to look for like
Other
people
people.
covering
Yeah.
and
Blew her out of the water.
random people so much better, and I think it has to do with like her not giving that energy, but also the musical arrangement behind it.
Mismatch.
It was all odd.
It was weird. There was okay, so starting from the very beginning in the song, the native American.
Chanting, singing, vocalizations that probably I'm like, God, I hope that
She
they
queued a
actually.
banana.
stop. I hope they didn't Chiquita Banana and like hire these white people to do the singing, which I could obviously imagine
Even if
Disney
that
doing.
was a Native American, it's just like, okay, now listen to this white Italian girl sing it.
Yeah, like stop.
So yeah, another, as the kids say, mid. And as we go on, I'm starting to feel that in a lot of her songs. But just say the word and we'll move on.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, shit. There I go. I got it.
Yeah, say the word, record it for Kim Possible soundtrack. Guys, the auto-tune, it reminded me of Cher's Believe.
Oh my god! I was trying to think of like, I'm like,
Jesus
what does this
Christ.
remind me of? I'm gonna blow my vocal cords. Oh my god.
No matter how hard I try.
I said, is it the way? I wrote something about this reminds me of Shania Twain or Faith Hill song, and I can't figure out why. Is it the way autotune is used? Is it her voice? And then I'm like, I think Cher. Like, I was trying to think of some sort of female artist that does this.
Mm-hmm.
All of my notes are like very like normal up until this song, and I have one bullet point that says "whoa" right away with the at the beginning. And then the next one is, whoa, auto-tune.
So bad.
Oh, the fucking traffic whistles in it. Oh, it's so camp. I love it. It's so camp.
So you said record it for Kim Possible, specifically where she's trying to get to like the talent show, and Ron Stoppable, again voiced by Will Friedle, has to slow down the show so she can get there in time because she's fighting Dr. Draken. But another instance where like she has a song and it's cut down to about a minute for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an odd video.
Can we talk about the music video?
Yes.
Why is Rufus randomly in there?
Okay.
The naked mole rat. Just go full. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? They should have gone full. They should have gone full on with it, and they didn't.
What is around her waist?
Okay, I think it's the
is it
t-shirt.
a bandana underneath?
It's a bandana
It's
t-shirt.
oh, it's like the
halter top
at this
thing.
point, it looked like she was wearing like kind of like
her style
jeans,
is
and we were seeing some
like
underwear.
a thong. That's what I thought at first
I
too.
thought the white parts were like her hips or something.
Well, I think they are.
They are her hips. I think it's showing some skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, spicy.
Scandalous,
for
and then the
Disney.
hand on her belly
Well, she
on
is
the blazer.
what 20? We said.
Yeah. Fair enough, but
she was aging out, and she talks about that. But yes, this music video. I can like imagine what you're saying, Chris, that this format being used in a bunch of other animated like film music videos. One of my favorite things about this music video was finding it on YouTube, because then I got to see the comments. The first one I saw being at Ranger X65. He called me out, and everyone who watched this video, they wrote, "This wasn't even recommended. You searched for this music video." I'm like, damn, I did. I sought this out.
Unfortunately, listen, I don't know why, but there are a lot of weird niches of the internet that no one should ever go that are still very obsessed with like Kim Possible. So
Find this podcast.
yeah. Hi, you weirdos.
Come on over.
We love you. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
Well, should we get to the next song, because it goes right into more
Yes.
Kim
KP
Possible.
canon?
Yes.
Just, if I may, do you want to guess? Did Kim Possible win that talent show after singing this?
I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess no, and the cheerleader girl won it.
No, not the cheerleader girl. Ron Stoppable, baby.
Oh,
Ron
that's so
Stoppable.
cute.
All right.
That's so sweet. I love that.
Could it be? It's a new song for the album, but it was later released in promotion of Kim Possible movie. So the drama.
Okay, I need to say that friends to lovers is like my least favorite romance trope. I'm more of like a rivals to lover, enemies to lover, but
You just wanted to see KP and Shigo making out.
exactly.
Obviously.
Exactly. But
Obviously.
like for Ron and KP, I'm like, it's cute here. It's cute. It's cute.
Very cute.
Because he's so fucking dorky. Like there are some like friends to lovers where like they're like really are like, it's just like, oh, you're just like showing me two attractive people who happen to be friends. And it's just like, no, this he's like on the same level. It's like, no, he's so out of her fucking league. That's why it's so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was
mediocre men getting way above average, like women.
Listen,
yeah.
I might have watched a couple Kim Possible episodes recently.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that. I thought you
They're-
were gonna say I've been watching like
The fan videos.
the fan
of them
videos
getting
There
of
were
them
a
getting
lot-
together of their
There were
ships.
a lot of fan videos, and I watched a music video for this one. I don't know if it's a real music video or not, because it was another instance where they just interspersed like a lot of clips.
Oh wait, see, you didn't watch the real one because there was a
Okay,
real one.
Maybe I did watch the real
And-
one. Did it have a bunch of Kim Possible clips in it?
It did.
Yeah,
but,
okay, then I think
but,
I watched
well, I
it.
think this is real. But the concept behind this video,
Oh, I remember.
is it implied
this.
that she's gonna fall for her like photographer friend?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's like also weird. I know she's 20, but that man looked like he's got to be at least in his late 20s or our
Yeah.
age.
I
He
don't
looked
know.
older.
He was very classically hot, which
Yes.
I think is hilarious considering what you said about Ron Stoppable. Like they couldn't give her a geeky kind of guy for the music video. They just gave him like
Yeah, he was
a model they picked
he was
off
a
the
hunk.
street. But yeah, she plays like a model and
it's
fallen in love with the
but nothing
photographer
happens. It's
guy.
so like it's barely, it's so anticlimactic. It's barely implied. It's just like there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Like they don't. I don't even really see them flirt that much. What did you think of the song itself?
I wrote that I think it is another big old nothing burger. This
Yeah.
did not make me feel anything. It was there and then it was done.
Yeah, and that's sad because 4 years ago someone commented, "I wish this song could be played at my junior prom."
Oh, that's so
4
cute.
years ago. My gosh.
Yeah, that was like 2020.
They're junior. Imagine going to junior prom with your fucking friend. You're requesting the song because it speaks to you as in you wish your personal life was friends to lovers. So it's like this person wants someone at the dance to play it so their crush could look into their eyes as they slow dance
Yeah, I
and
don't
somehow
know.
realize
Which-
something.
Maybe this is like why so many people still internet people still love KP. They're the nerdy guy and they're
Oh
like,
my God,
maybe I
yes.
could get with the hot
Yeah.
redhead adventurer.
Oh, that's
That's-
so funny.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, friends to lovers, the mediocre guy with the out of league girl, cute here, not in real life. The beginning guitars reminded me of a Matchbox 20 song.
Which one?
I think If You're Gone. Wait, can you play it real quick? Do you have it open?
The song?
I have the playlist up.
Oh
All
yeah,
right, everybody
play
pause.
Could It Be?
Oh my god. Yeah.
So I liked it for that. I like the guitar in the beginning
Yeah,
a lot.
I hear
'cause
that.
It's Matchbox 20.
I hear it.
The song itself is fine.
I said this song is no beep doop doo doo. Call me, beat me if you want to read. Like it's no.
Ironically, she didn't
Sing
that.
that.
No, which
No.
I wonder why.
They got somebody else.
Well, they murdered- they
she
killed
did
her.
Yeah.
some like backup vocals on it. But I think that might have been before Disney was really trying to like push her when like that got recorded. Because when did you say Kim Possible started? Like 2002, 2003?
June 7, 2002.
June.
It was
Okay.
released.
Started like 2002, so they probably recorded that in like 2001. And then I guess by that point she had sung in Even Stevens probably. So, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she just had the energy they were looking for, but clearly Disney doesn't
Yeah, no,
care
I can
about,
see
like-
this. The song. I'm glad they didn't have her singing the opening.
No.
Sorry, one more thing about the music video. Like I said, she's a model, or as Chris said, she's a model in this, and she's wearing sneakers, a shortish denim skirt, striped tube socks. I said, and they did not pair these in a cute, flirty way. They're ridiculous. Like her fashion in this, and then she had like a green jacket over an unzipped hoodie over a green tank top over a white tank top and a fashion
Swear.
scarf.
Wow.
And then like the
Disney
one
producers at the time really just wanted to see their stars dressed like assholes.
Right. It made
They're
no
just like,
sense.
we're gonna make kids think this is so cool, and it's gonna be so fucking stupid.
Literally, one sleeve was rolled down and one was rolled up so that you could like cuffed so you could see like the layered bracelets that were such a thing then too.
Amazing.
And like there was other outfits, like did the whole outfit change, and I don't think any of them were maybe as bad as that. There was a lot of bad outfits.
Song was boring, music video was boring, outfits were boring.
I'm so sorry. Like, oh, I think that's the word to save it for final thoughts, I guess.
Should we talk about Dream Vacation?
Yeah. This goes back to Even Stevens, which you said was your thing.
I loved it. And it was from the
it.
Even Stevens movie, which premiered in 2003. I fucking loved it. Neither of you watched it?
So released in 2003, was there like a gap between, when did Even Stevens end? Do we know?
It was 2000 to 2003.
2002. Okay, so
she would
right into it.
She was working.
Yeah.
That's why she couldn't audition for Princess Diaries.
If only.
Can you imagine Christy Carlson Romano? I'm sorry.
Even Stevens movie. I'm sure there are a lot of problematic moments. I mean, I know there are because they're on like a fake Polynesia-inspired island. So like,
interesting.
You know, it's gonna like some of it's not gonna age well. But oh my god, it was so fucking hilarious. They somehow get entered to win they won a contest where they get to do a dream vacation on an island vacation. Loved the Beach Boys.
So
loved the Beach Boys vibes.
The quote unquote video, a music video for it, but it plays at the end of the movie with a lot of scenes from the movie interspersed
What are those called?
Blooper reels and like cast recordings where they're like mouthing along to the song. So that was kind of cute. I know you gagged at Shia LaBeouf, but the one video I could find of it was like from when he did that like retrospective, like I'm going to sit in a theater for 48 hours and watch all my movies.
Stuff,
He looked bored or hateful through most of that. He was very happy to see this little music video.
That's
He was
cute.
smiling and stuff. I don't know, Shia, why we don't like him. You don't have to go into that now. But I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad for him, but I feel worse for like the people he's affecting.
Yeah,
basically.
of course.
But I have a soft spot for him as Lewis and Even Stevens for sure.
Yeah.
And Christy Carlson Romano doesn't talk to him anymore, but watch the video about that. No hard feelings.
Yeah.
Again, a clickbait headline of why I don't talk to Shia LaBeouf.
Why don't we talk? Basically, our careers just went in two different ways, and we were kids.
And we were kids, and we were never really friends. Like, we just was like a coworker, but like we were kind of a family and not a family, like whatever. But yeah,
So
the Even Stevens movie was great.
Story behind it, and a Nothing Burger song.
Wow.
Oh shit! I don't know. Maybe you disagree, but
I mean, it's pretty boring. It's what you said. It's cute. I don't
Hated
hate
it.
I think it's cute
Hated it.
in the
You hated it,
context.
really?
Hated it.
Why did you
Hated
hate
it.
it? At least
It was just so kitschy.
I love kitsch in camp.
it's fine.
Teacher's Pet.
Teacher's pet.
Another cover,
I wanna be a teacher's pet.
and was on the soundtrack.
I think this was the best of her. Like, I thought this was like
This
good
was
from
the
her.
best one on the
Yeah,
album.
I think
in
it was the
my
best from
opinion.
her.
Probably.
And her performance was cheeky.
Yeah, it was fun.
It felt like she was acting it out on stage almost.
Yeah, because this was, who was the original artist on this back
Doris
in the
Day?
50s? Doris Day, recorded originally in 1958, I believe. Yep, 1958. And she sings it a lot, like in the style of that time.
Yeah.
Teacher's pet.
It's cute. I guess
Yeah.
it's the lyrics are sung from the point of view of a student in love with a teacher. Because in the film, she played a teacher romanced by an adult student,
Yep.
Clark Gable.
Which is a little weird. And I think in the movie originally, she hates Clark Gable's character, but comes around somehow. I don't know.
pushy dude thing. Like,
So this was recorded for the show, the animated show, Teacher's Pet.
I do not remember that. I looked up the
I
weird...
remember that for sure. Did you?
I remember
watch
the
this?
animation though.
Yeah. It was.
Like, I remember, but I was like, this was not. I did not watch this. I don't know what this is, but I remember it.
Did you watch the music video for this one? by chance?
No, I didn't realize there was a
No.
music video. I should have watched
Yeah,
it.
it was another one of those promo ones that also has some interesting fashion changes. She wears a lot of those like newsy cab driver hats.
I can picture
which
it.
were, a thing at the time. But a lot of the outfits look the same. I remember one like newsy cap that's all pink, and then another scene she has a wardrobe change, but now it's like a pink tartan kind of thing. Like she just is in a library opening up books. But I liked that instead of just putting up the clips of the show taking up the entire screen, they put them into like the pictures of a book.
Cute. They did a little something. They tried somewhat.
So that was the album. Should we talk about the album cover? Any thoughts?
It's just like what?
It's
A picture of her.
a picture
all
of her
pink.
rocking her head a little bit. It looks like they didn't know how to like Photoshop her in, so the edges of her hair are they're fuzzy.
They didn't like. I
So
don't know.
cheap
I feel like they
sometimes.
didn't try very
this
hard
looks
with her.
like just the headshot that you would like take for auditions and things like that. I feel like
Yeah.
they just went back into her, pulled out the headshot that they had that she had given them.
It's really a
recently.
compilation.
Yeah, and like cut it out.
The typeface?
The typeface
Oh.
that they use for her name is just
The little heart.
yeah. It's another big old nothing burger
Yeah.
from
Can I
my
show
girl
you?
Christy.
Can I show you the back of the album?
Oh,
no, I didn't see
this.
Overlaid. Another
Oh,
photo.
honey, no.
What a Photoshop job.
It's just another like waist up kind of portrait. She is showing a little like hip skin there. Got her hands through the belt
She looks pretty.
buckles.
Yeah.
She
She
does,
looks
actually.
Great smile there. Great
I
smile.
don't know, the gigantic zoomed in Christy
It's a little
Carlson
weird.
Romano face kind of blurred in the background in purple. That's terrifying to me. She's got hair. She's got hair covering one eye.
It is kind of maniacal.
It's that's
You guys are so mean. She looks beautiful. It looks
But
like
the eyebrows, great for the error. They're not overplucked.
Oh, they are
Because
pretty
she's
good.
got those
They're pretty
Italian
good.
eyebrows.
No, she's really pretty here. She just looks like a cover girl shot that they zoomed too far in, and therefore it's a little creepy. But she looks great. You look great, Christy.
Yeah, she doesn't look like our girl Hillary on the back.
Stop. Okay. Oh my God,
this
Hillary's
is an
dead
audio
eyes.
medium, and you just did that face here in real life just for Paige and I.
Everyone, yeah,
I
but
love
everyone
that.
knows the face I'm making.
Everyone knows that face. If you haven't listened to the Hillary Duff episode,
It's something
go back
else.
and listen to that now.
Oh, thank you.
Oh man, yeah, not.
But yeah, I had to find this. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
It looks like when people at that time would like cut out pictures of
Yeah.
people from like
Be in Photoshop
yeah.
learning
Oh my gosh, yes, it looked
to make All American Rejects graphics
Yo,
for forums.
amazing. Yeah, but I mean, she does in the regular photo. She's fine. Just you could have put more than 30 minutes into it, graphic designers.
So after this album, where did Christy go from here?
Nowhere.
Oh my
YouTube like everyone
God.
I'm
else.
sorry.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
so fucking mean. Oh my God. I'm so
Stop and
sorry.
wait till you get into her sad life.
So
Ooh.
Okay, she's not her. All right.
you had some good reviews earlier. This was my favorite one. This is from the Amazon listing for this, posted in 2004 from Christopher ... Wasn't me. I was like 12 at the time. But Christopher on Amazon writes, "This itself is not her official debut CD with her own music. So if you're, spelled Y-O-U-R, not familiar with Christy, you may want to wait for that CD. Otherwise, pick this up."
What?
I am sorry
How
to tell you,
aggressive.
Christopher from Amazon in 2004, she did not get her own album.
Oh no.
And there is a lot of stuff behind that.
Let's dive in.
Yeah, let's dive in, baby. So she goes on to
She books.
Bell.
She books
This is the time where she gets booked for Belle.
Okay.
She goes on tour
Yes.
doing that for a while.
31-week run.
31. Okay, I say on tour. I don't think it was a touring version of the show.
Yeah, it was on.
It was New York.
It was on Broadway. Yeah, she was actually the youngest actress to portray the character on Broadway, and she reprised the role in a Fox Theater production of it. And in 2008, she joined the Broadway company of Avenue Q as Kate Monster for a few weeks.
Interesting.
She also tried to release some of her own music on MySpace, and
Yeah,
I
she
couldn't
did.
find any.
I
But
didn't
this was
really go looking. I was so
well,
burnt
yeah,
out after this.
that's
I
true.
know,
That's
same.
true.
I was
I
like,
didn't really
this
love
is-
it.
If we do,
That's
maybe
a part
we do
two.
that for part 2 if we can locate that stuff.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's going to happen. But I was between 2006 and 2009.
Yeah, so that would have been while she was doing those Broadway tours when she was trying to find work or get labels. I think she did go to college.
Oh.
She
at
dropped
some point.
out.
Oh.
Yeah, she did drop out at a certain point. I believe she went back.
I think she
with
went
it.
back and eventually I think has a degree in film, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think. What was I going to say? Oh, she was also in TV shows, and these TV shows feel like a time capsule.
Mhm.
MTV's Kaya, CBS's Joan of Arcadia. Did you
Stop,
watch
she
it?
was in
Wow,
Joan of
Joan of
Arcadia.
Arc-
What if
Arcadia.
God was one of us? She was struggling. I feel
I
bad.
believe you also watched the How I Lost All My Money video
I did.
page. Yeah, so at that time, I think she was struggling with like why her career didn't pick up, but like living to a level that she felt like she was supposed to have. She said she like bought a car.
Yeah, I saw
She
like a
didn't even
brand
like
new
to-
car.
She didn't even really like to drive, so she had like a friend drive her car. She was just like living beyond her means and struggling to be like, I should be at that level in my career where I have all this money to blow.
Depression, self-harm,
blow.
alcohol abuse. It was like, so I guess I
Shit.
should
I
have
didn't
gone to
know all that.
after Even Stevens ended, she struggled with depression, self-harm, alcohol abuse during her late teen years and early 20s. She said she's sober now though, so
Oh.
good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah, she's doing fine, and she seems to be really at peace with everything. So I'm like, cool, good for you, because it's hard. Like, this shows you what it's like to be in the machine and have like
Yeah,
that failed
but
music career.
yeah, so she said like she had that run on Broadway with Belle, but then she thought that she had a opportunity to get signed to a label. And this is where we get to how
Katy Perry stole her
Yeah.
record deal. So what happened?
She chose to go to Columbia Records following that guy from Atlantic. He then goes to Virgin Records. Name of this guy is Jason Flom, who is apparently a big known like producer or something.
Yeah.
He's having her like do some recordings because she wanted to get away from Hollywood Records. As we said, they weren't like wanting her to do the type of music that she thought fit her voice. Jason Flom begins at Virgin Records. She goes there to work with The Matrix. The Matrix, they like wrote songs for just any artist. Like, you probably are familiar with this, Morgan, but like they'll create songs and have like a demo artist sing on it.
And that
then
singer.
That singer
Reference track, yep.
was our girl Katy Perry. Katy Perry recorded some demos which were then given to Christy Carlson Romano to sing.
Oh, that's so
Christy
embarrassing.
Carlson Romano like went to a lunch with Jason Flom.
She was naive. She was naive.
But she goes to like a lunch or something with Flom and Katy Perry, and she makes a comment to Katy Perry like, "Oh, I heard your demo and it's like so good. I heard it's great." And like Jason's looking for like, that's why I'm recording for him.
Because he's looking for someone to sign.
He's looking for somebody to sign. She had not actually like gotten a full deal yet. A few weeks, months later, Christy gets a call saying that they're not going to go forward with her.
Shit.
Lo and behold,
Katy Perry
got signed. But she was just saying how, like, she doesn't have any, like, hard feelings, and, like, she's kind of glad in retrospect her life didn't go that way.
Yeah, she thinks Katy Perry actually deserved it. Like, Katy Perry had a vision.
This is another instance, like Princess Diaries, where can you really imagine her, like, obviously she wouldn't be getting, like, the same songs that Katy Perry's singing. Yeah. And then I guess Katy Perry got picked up on it. She got dropped, and that was kind of the end of it. That was like 2005, 2006.
And I think she also talks about regarding the machine.
Yeah.
It's interesting because adults in the industry look out for themselves, not children. So they're not teaching children how to manage their money.
Yes.
And I think she talks about that a little bit too in one of her videos about how like the psychic scammed her out of $60,000. Like, she's sweet. She's sweet. And I think there was actually a Austin, I think, local newspaper. Oh, why don't I have it? There's a lot of quotes where you could tell this author felt a lot like you, Chris. Just the way they're so skeptical of Christy Carlson Romano because of the clickbait. But they said that like she does seem super genuine and stuff. And it's at a point where like, you know what? You survived the machine and you're going to profit off it. Like this is literally, she just does it as a living.
So. Get your money.
So she's like, this is what I got to do. And I'm like, as long as you're not starting shit and you're living a moral enough life, sure. Okay, this breaks my heart a little bit, though. You know, the pressure to there's the pressure to be sexy, but then you also want to feel sexy and wanted. And this weird thing of she begged to be on the cover of Maxim, but she never got the spot.
Oh,
she said when you were on Maxim back then, people would book you from that. I felt ugly, like I'm not hot enough, I'm not good enough.
Damn, Katy Perry stole the record deal and the Maxim cover.
Oh no,
shit.
Damn, that's surprising because I mean, when those magazines were failing, they were like,
"Oh, young Disney star, the pedos will love this."
Yeah, let's take them and like, oh, the good girl's gone.
Hilary Duff, right?
Hilary Duff was on it. I'm pretty sure, probably. And also she felt abandoned. Like again, these companies don't actually care about the kids.
Yeah.
She wrote, I was not castable for Disney anymore when I was 19. She says, it was painful. When you're a kid, you actually think, oh, that's my family. I'm part of the Disney family. And then they even tell you you're part of our family. No. So you get all warped in your head. Well, why aren't they hiring me anymore?
Never heard that from a workplace.
Never.
Ever. Definitely not in the past 4 years.
No.
So now, I mean, she's got 2 kids. She's just pushing this YouTube. She's fine.
We got heavy hitters back to back. And then Demi, and then ending the season with this.
We're not ending the season with this.
This is our last.
What are you talking about? This is our last episode
of the season.
How is this the last episode of the season?
Because we're gonna premiere season 2.
Why are you whispering like you can't cut it out?
No, I don't want Chris to know. Chris is a listener.
I'm a listener.
Oh, Chris is a listener.
I'm going to premiere season 2 with.
Yeah, season 2, we're going to have Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah. Christina Ricci is going to be here. I'm really excited about that.
Wait, what?
We're just being facetious. All right. We gotta wrap this up soon.
What do we do for the sign off?
No, but that's a great.
I'm just high.
No, Chris, that's a great point as far as final thoughts. I think that once again she gives me kind of Lelaine vibes of she had all this aspiration, all this drive, but like the machine
just didn't work out
Christy. It wasn't in Christy's cards. That's like
It
it really
wasn't.
fucked her
That's
over.
psychic.
Maybe she'll be back for Princess Diaries 3.
Oh,
Do you guys think she does tarot? After all that,
Christy Carlson Romano.
do you want your cards read?
She
Sorry, that's
might-
insensitive.
I mean, is this because of the psychic thing? She is
Yes.
apparently still very Catholic. So,
Oh no, I don't give a shit about her being Catholic.
do you have any final thoughts?
No,
All right.
I agree. But is this really our final episode of the season?
Yeah. So we're gonna take a little bit of a
Oh my
break,
gosh.
and we'll be back for the spring with the special guests.
I am so honored to have
But
been
for now,
here
yes.
for your season finale.
Yes,
Oh my
thank you
gosh,
for being our
I
season
was-
finale
Yay.
guest.
Ah.
This is how you can tell I'm high and I have ADHD. I'm like, this is our season finale. Wow.
There's seasons here.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Yeah, I
And,
gotta take a break soon.
and
Woo!
we
Next
did not end
season.
with a bang, but a whimper.
Damn.
All right.
Just
See
like
y'all
Christy.
next season, quote unquote.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Bye, babies.